You know that number. The one you've had in your head since you were a kid. Six figures. $100,000 a year. It was the finish line. The moment you'd finally made it. You'd have the house with the yard, the two reliable cars, the stress-free vacations, and the comfort of knowing your retirement was a mathematical certainty. But then you hit it, and nothing changed. So you pushed harder. You got the promotion, the bonus, the side hustle. You hit 150,000. That puts you in the top 15% of all earners in the United States. On paper, you are the elite. You are the success story. So why does it feel like you're treading water in a lead suit? Why does every unexpected car repair feel like a personal attack on your sanity? Why are you checking your bank account on a Tuesday morning with the same sense of dread as someone making minimum wage? The truth is, $150,000 is the new middle-class poverty. It's a financial twilight zone where you make too much money to qualify for any help, but too little to actually build wealth. And today, we're going to perform a financial autopsy on the American dream to see exactly where the margin died. To understand why your 150K feels like 40K, we have to look at the invisible tax, the one that isn't on your W-2. In 1970, the median home price was roughly $24,000. The median income was about $9,000. The ratio was 6 to 1. Today, in many of the cities where you actually earn 150K, the median home price is $750,000. Your income to housing ratio hasn't just doubled, it has shattered. You're no longer competing with your neighbor. You're competing with institutional buyers and the 54-year fallout of a currency that has lost 90% of its value since we left the gold standard. But it's not just the house. It's the fixed cost trap. Let's do the math that your CPA won't tell you. You make $150,000. First, the IRS and your state take their cut. You're left with roughly $105,000. Now, subtract the cost of earning. To make $150K, you likely live in a high cost of living hub. Your rent or mortgage is $3,500. There goes $42,000. You have student loans because that $150K job required a master's degree. There's $800 a month. You need a reliable car to get to that high-stress job. $700. Childcare for 2 kids so you and your partner can both grind. That's $3,000 a month in most cities. By the time you pay for the professional wardrobe, the high-speed internet, the convenience meals because you're too exhausted to cook, and the health insurance premiums, your discretionary's income, the money that actually builds wealth, is less than $1,000 a month. You are working a high-stress, 60-hour-a-week job to net roughly $4 an hour in actual wealth. You aren't rich. You are a high-level administrator for your own debt. This isn't a failure of your work ethic, it's a systemic design. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the 3 specific financial bridges that were burned behind you and why the system needs you to stay at 150,000, just enough to keep consuming but never enough to walk away. In the 1970s, your money bought assets. Today, your money buys access. Think about it. Our parents bought a house, and eventually, the mortgage ended. They bought a car, and they owned it for a decade. They bought a record, and it sat on their shelf forever. They had a paid-off life. But for the 150K earner today, everything is a recurring line item. Your software is a subscription. Your car is a lease or a high-interest loan. Your home is often just a high-interest debt instrument to a bank. You are paying for the right to use things, but you never actually own them. This is the de-ownership of the middle class. The system has been optimized to extract exactly what you earn. If you make 100K, your rent is $2,500. If you move to a city to make 150K, your rent is $4,000. The raise was never yours. It was a pass-through payment to your landlord and the service economy. You are the middleman in your own life. So, how do you stop being a high-level administrator for your own debt? It starts with a radical, almost offensive mindset shift. You must stop living like you make 150,000. The middle-class poverty trap only works if you use your 150K to qualify for a 150K life. Instead, you need to build what I call the one-income foundation. You and your partner might make 150K combined, but you need to ruthlessly prune your fixed costs. your mortgage, your cars, your debt, until they can be covered by the lower of your two salaries. Is it a sacrifice? Yes. It means driving the embarrassing car while your coworkers lease BMWs. It means living in the starter home long after you've outgrown it. But here's the payoff. The moment your fixed costs are covered by one income, the second income becomes a weapon. It stops being bill money and starts being freedom money. This is how you build the walking away monies that changes the power dynamic with your boss. You aren't saving, you are buying back your sovereignty. The system wants you to believe that the only way out is more. More hours, more raises, more side hustles. But more is a treadmill that just moves faster the harder you run. The way out isn't more, it's margin. If you're making $150,000 and you're still broke, stop looking at your paycheck and start looking at your fixed cost structure. You are being outmaneuvered by a system that was designed to keep you productive and dependent. The only way to win is to stop playing by their rules. Hit the subscribe button if you're ready to stop being exit liquidity for the banks. Drop a comment below with the one subscription or fixed cost you're cutting this month to reclaim your margin. I'm Bales, and I'll see you in the next autopsy.